Today we are going to review the IDEOS, which is an Android phone in the budget of 8 to 9,000 rupees, which has been launched by Aircel in collaboration with Huawei. This phone is a capacitive touchscreen phone. First of all, this is a budget phone. This is not the high-end, top-end smartphones. So, considering the price point of 8 to 9,000, this is a very good phone. Let's start with the hardware quality of the phone. The front bottom panel here you see is very good quality. It looks like aluminium finish with slightly circular metallic finish here. The screen is about 2.8 inch capacitive diagonally and has 320 by 240 resolution. The processor is not top notch, but it's 528 megahertz processor, which is pretty good. It comes preloaded with Android 2.2 Froyo, comes with a 3.2 megapixel camera without flash, and has stereo speakers here which are pretty loud. The battery in this phone is 1200 milliampere hours. What I am really impressed with the battery is the standby time is really good, unlike some other Android phones which run on 2.1 which drain like hell. This phone gives a standby of up to 2 to 3 days, without worrying. So if you don't talk too much on phone, then the battery in general is very good. You can compare it with the iPhone 3GS, which also has similar battery capacity of 1200 milliampere hours. So this is a smaller screen with lesser power and battery consumption. So looking at the phone, the display is very bright. The iconography is good. It has Android 2.2 Froyo, so the software is also good. The software features of this phone support navigation, which is not the true GPS but the assisted GPS, you can say. Voice operations. It has a capacitive touchscreen, so the flow of the screen is very good. In the first look, it looks somewhat related to. Oh, I just got a text. So when I looked at it the first time, it looked to me like the Google Nexus one, which was launched. Below the screen you can see 4 buttons. These 4 buttons are touch buttons basically, and are very responsive. This is the menu button, this is the home button, this is search button, and this is for back. There are hardware buttons here for accepting and rejecting the call. There's a 4-way navigation key. This is not optical touchpad, this is just for clicking. So if you select something, you can just move your cursor around with this navigation key. This is a 4-way navigation with 1-way click. So it has your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 3G, Edge. This comes with bundled with Aircel, so it supports the Pocket Internet App Store, which is nothing but a customized way of purchasing some apps through the Google Marketplace. It comes loaded with some basic apps. So while you scroll with this scroll key, it makes some noise. Otherwise, when you scroll using the screen, it won't make some such noise. The typing experience and touch experience of this phone is really good. I find it good for the budget, because I have tested Samsung Galaxy Pop and Fit, which come near the same budget, but the visual experience of this screen is slightly better, and the software is also good. It's 2.2, so I like it. It can be configured as a Wi-Fi hotspot, so you can share your 3G connection with your laptop and other Wi-Fi enabled devices. You can use it as a USB modem as well with your laptop. It has got Pocket App Store. It has got access to all the Google services which comes as standard, like Gmail, Gtalk, etc. Pushmail. The notification bar is here like you see in any other Android phone. The phone is pretty responsive, I would say, and the volume of the phone is good. The controls are fine. I don't find anything bad about this phone, considering this is a budget phone. I don't expect top end Android features or top end Android experience in this phone, but I'm pretty happy with the way it is. This the accelerometer sensor or the motion sensor is also very good. It is quite sensitive, and typing experience is also pretty fine. I'm just connecting it to my office Wi-Fi so that I can show you some of the browsing experience on this phone. I've tested it on my home Wi-Fi, so it does not remember the office Wi-Fi as of now. So it's obtaining IP address. It is now connected to Wi-Fi. Let me open a website for you. Let me show you the Get Me app homepage. Okay, so as I told you, the typing experience is pretty fine. Let me type in the landscape mode. Oops, I hit some wrong key. It will take you some time to get used to the typing experience of a touchscreen phone, because it usually takes time for every touchscreen phone. I have not charged this phone for last 2 or 3 days, and still you can see the battery is running. It's running in the warning zone, but still it's fine. The screen readability as well as the resolution of the display is pretty okay. And the back cover you see is glossy metallic blue, which looks like some sports car finish, and it comes in vibrant colors, uh, colors like uh, bright yellow, or bright pink. This one is blue. The visual appeal of this phone is also very good. So here it opens the website in the iPhone mode, and the scrolling experience is also good. Let me turn the phone. So it turns the display as well. So the accelerometer is good. All in all, this is a very good value for money phone. Let me also show you the box of the phone. The packing of the phone has been done pretty nice, so it fits well in this box. So it comes branded with Aircel IDOS. Basically, it's manufactured by Huawei and made in China. And other basic specifications of this phone include a 2.8-inch capacitive touchscreen with a 320 by 240 pixel resolution, 528 MHz processor, Android 2.2 Froyo vanilla version, 3.2 megapixel camera without flash. It supports GSM, GPRS, HSDPA, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, as well as it has a micro USB memory card which comes with it, which is 2 GB in capacity. It comes with the instruction manual, a warranty card, charger, and a data cable, which I don't have with me right now here. It also comes with a wired headset, which I cannot show you right now because I don't have it with me as of now. So if you have any questions or queries about this phone, you can discuss with us through the comments below. And all in all, I find this phone a good Android phone. I have already tested Samsung Galaxy Pop Fit, uh, Sony Ericsson Xperia X8, which comes approximately in this budget, slightly higher in fact. And the overall experience of this phone is very good. It's solid. Let me show you the hardware closely. So this is the power key, this is the 3.5 mm audio slot, here are the speakers, this is the micro USB for charging, here it is the mic slot, this is the volume key, and these keys I have already shown you. And there's nothing much on this. The phone feels very sturdy. This back is, although it's plastic, but due to the finishing it looks very metallic. Let me open the back cover. Here is the battery, which is 1200 mAh, and all in all looks a good deal to me. So you can get a hands on this phone, and from me it's a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.